Hi Hoover Band family, my name's Brian Motter. I'm the president of the Boosters Association this year, and it's the second week of Bandtober, so that means we've got a lot to talk about. I'm standing here in one of our equipment trucks because this guy went to Chattanooga and back this weekend full of percussion equipment. So first up, thank you so much, parents and volunteers, for everybody who really stepped up this weekend. We had to do something that was completely new to the band, splitting up, sending the competition band on charter buses up to Chattanooga, and the football band with some of the 8th graders from our middle schools stepping up to be a pep band at Oak Mountain. And boy, they did a great job. The football team won. They did a great job there at Oak Mountain. Now, I was very fortunate to go to Chattanooga this weekend, and I was personally impressed, not only with the way the kids played and the way they looked, but how the volunteers all came together to make it happen. It was a lot of stuff going on. We were in 2 different hotels, 4 charter buses, 2 equipment trucks, a trailer, spent all day there. The show time was at 8 a.m. It was a big day. So thank you so much, parents and volunteers, for making this happen and keeping everybody safe and fed and happy. Thank you so much. So let's move on to this week. First up, I want to tell you about Krispy Kreme. This is an opt-in fundraiser. What is an opt-in fundraiser? Well, it's one of those fundraisers that we have specifically geared to collect money and to put into a shared account that we will distribute evenly amongst everybody who qualifies for opt-in to help defray part of the cost of the spring trip to Universal in March. So this particular fundraiser is Krispy Kreme's digital dozens. They are $12 a dozen, which is actually $3 cheaper than the $15 they charge if you just go to the store right now. It's running from now until October 17th, and at the end, you will get an email with a coupon code that you can either print or show on your phone to any store, anywhere, and get your dozen donuts. This is great because family and friends who are not local to the Birmingham metro area can participate in this one because they can get their dozen donuts at their location in Colorado, for example. The way it works is parents go out and talk to your friends and family and ask them if they're interested in buying a dozen donuts. Keep track of what everybody says, collect the money, and near the end of the fundraiser, turn in that list of names and email addresses and the money. Krispy Kreme will send those emails with the coupon codes. So we have a form that we made to make it maybe a little bit easier for you guys if you're wondering how to do this. But really, any kind of mechanism you use to keep track of who bought what and how much they're spending, that will work great. The form is just to try to make it easy for you. You don't have to use it. But if you want to use it, we have a link in the notes below. So just click that link, print it out, and you're going to be good to go. Fill it out anytime somebody buys something. Really easy. This week on Thursday is our Hoover High School versus Tuscaloosa County football game. So we have a home game finally. After 3 weeks of being away, we're finally home. Now we have a lot of great people volunteering for concessions, but we still need 8 more spots. So all you have to do is go to BOOSTERHUB. If you have not registered for an account on BOOSTERHUB, get registered, and then go to the calendar, find October 9th, and click on the View Opportunities button, and it'll show you all the positions that we've got available. Then we have a long weekend. That's why the game's on Thursday, because we can have Friday and Saturday and Monday and Tuesday off. We have a band boosters meeting that night before that Wednesday. So this is October 14th at 6:30 p.m. in the PAC. We're going to have a boosters meeting, and we just need everybody there so we can talk about this stuff a little bit more detail than a 5-minute video. Last up, let's talk about next week, and it starts with Friday next week, October 17th. Now, I've already talked about it a little bit. First up, that Krispy Kreme fundraiser is going to finish up on that Friday, October 17th, but it's also the night of the Hoover High School versus Thompson game here at the Met. So we're going to need a lot of people signing up to help volunteer for concessions. Then we want to open all 4 stands because a lot of people from Thompson usually come to this game, and we can sell a lot of concessions this way. It's also senior night. So this is going to make it even more complicated because nearly 1/4 of all of the parents who normally volunteer for concessions are going to be out and down on the field with their seniors because it's senior night. So parents of freshmen and sophomores and juniors, we really need you guys to step up in a big way for October 17th and let the senior parents go out and have their night with their kids. You're going to be glad when you have a senior kid and the others volunteer to help out in that way as well. The very next day, we've got another early start. That's the Hoover Invitational. We have 14 bands coming that day to compete, and then Hoover High School and the University of South Alabama will be an exhibition to cap it off. Now, just for reference, back when I was talking about the Tuscaloosa County game, we needed 8 more spots for volunteers. We need 150 spots filled to make the Hoover Invitational go off with a huge success. That's concessions, that's working with the staging area and first aid and hydration and security and volunteers up in the press box to take care of all the judges and the volunteers coming through. We have a lot of spots. Now, unlike a regular concessions opportunity, volunteer opportunity, this is not an opt-in qualifying spot. And that's because we require everybody to work at least one shift. If you got a student in the band, we need you working at least one shift. But please, work as many of them as you can that day. Now, not only do we have the 150 spots for parents, but signups for students will be hitting Booster Hub very soon as well. Every student has to volunteer for at least one spot. In addition to volunteering, we need help with food and drinks. And we'll have more information about the details about it, but they usually break it down by the class that the kid is in. But in addition to the signups and the food and drinks that we need you to bring in, we have some very specific things that we need help with. We have tents and golf carts and flatbed unenclosed trailers. We have a need there as well. Please come to that booster meeting on Tuesday, October 14th, because we can talk about this in a lot more detail, answer any questions you might have, and I can come up and personally thank you for volunteering too. Thanks so much for helping at Chattanooga and Oak Mountain this weekend. We could not have done it without your help. And thank you for watching this video. And as always be natural, never be flat, and I'll see you really soon. Thank you.